Hello, welcome to Bruno Party. In this episode, I will be making one of my favorite piñatas from my collection, a tiger piñata. So follow me the whole video to see step by step how I make it. First, we will need cardstock, paper tape, scissors, and I like to use Sharpie to draw the figures. For this, I will use a template, and I just draw it on the cardstock, and then I will cut it the cardstock. I'm gonna grab a smaller piece of cardstock so I can kind of do like a trapdoor here. So if they want to use it as a pull string and don't break the piñata, they can just pull the ribbon and open the piñata. And all the candies goes down. Just gonna do it here. Okay. I'm just gonna mark the lines so I can fold them. Oops. Here. Be careful not to cut all the way down. Here and then here, small. And then I'm gonna cut 4 inches wide strip. So actually is this the perfect size, so I'm gonna use this part and then just gonna cut here. And I'm gonna start putting my piñata together. I'm gonna cut a lot of pieces of paper tape so I can just use them to put together the piñata. Okay. I'm gonna fold my cardstock. I'm gonna roll it, just because it's gonna be easier to give the form to the piñata than have it all straight. I actually gonna need 2 parts of this, so I'm gonna start with this one and then I'm gonna cut another part, but this is not gonna be enough. And I'm gonna start from this leg here. I'm gonna cut another part. I'm gonna cut more tape. Okay, before closing this, I'm gonna do the ribbon, the part where it hangs, and I'm gonna do the trapdoor. Okay, we'll use some purple ribbon. I'm gonna cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and I will do 2 holes. I like to put this as extra support for the ribbon, for the part where it hangs, so it doesn't break easily. I also gonna use plastic tape for this part because I want it to feel super strong, because if my piñata breaks, I want it to break from the bottom, not at the top. So I will use extra tape here. I will do 2 holes. And also I will do 2 holes here. I'm gonna start with one of these. I'm gonna pass the ribbon one end here, and then to the other one. And then I'm gonna pass it inside one hole. Okay. And then here again. And then through these ones. And I will do 2 rounds, and I will repeat this process twice. I recommend you to use a long ribbon so you don't get problems getting it inside here. And now I'm gonna do a knot. I'm just gonna cut one end. And the inside looks like this. And I like to apply some strength to see how it feels. And this one feels really good. I'm just gonna do more plastic tape. I want it to be really strong from the top. Now we're gonna tape this part. But first, I'm gonna put some ribbon here so they can pull it if they want to. And it's gonna be the same concept. I will use 2 smaller pieces of cardstock. I will do 2 holes. Okay. I will use only a few pieces of tape for the bottom part because I want it to be able to break when they pull. So I will only use 6 pieces. But I will use plastic tape for this part because I want it to be strong and I don't want it to break. I only want it to break from this part. And now we have the base of our piñata. Now that we have our piñata ready, we're gonna cover everything with crepe paper. First, I'm gonna cut all the crepe paper and then I'm gonna start gluing them to the piñata. I'm gonna prepare my hot glue gun so it's ready whenever I want to start. I like to stretch a little bit my crepe paper. And then I will use my tool to cut all my little strips. I finished to cut all my paper. Now I will start with the bottom. I'm gonna cover all of this part with crepe paper, but for this part I'm gonna be very careful because I don't want it to be super strong, but I want it to cover all with paper. The reason why I don't want it to be super strong is so they can pull and still get the candy, open the trap. I'm gonna cut a little line here where is my ribbon, so I can pass my ribbon here. And I'm gonna cut a smaller piece to put it inside that part so it shows everything on orange. I'm gonna glue it. Okay, so now I have all this covered. I'm gonna start with the paper strips. I like to start cutting some pieces almost the same size as I need them, so I don't have to glue and cut. To glue and cut is just easier this way. Now I will cut all the excess from the paper. I forgot to cover here, so I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna glue some crepe paper here. Now I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna start with this part, with the middle part, okay? I'm gonna start from the bottom to the top. Okay, I got to here. Now I'm gonna start from the bottom to the top. I just remembered that I didn't do the trapdoor, so I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna use a cutter. Okay, I finished to cover all my all my tiger. Now I'm gonna do the tail. Okay, for the tail, I just need a piece of paper. I'm gonna fold it, and then I'm gonna glue. And I'm gonna glue the tail. Now I'm gonna start with the details. I'm gonna put some white. Now the black paper. Now I'm gonna cut the eyes. I'm gonna cut two circles. First I'm gonna fold it in two. Now I'm gonna do the nose. For the nose, I need two parts. For the first one, I will cut a triangle. Like this. I'm gonna cut here. And I'm gonna cover it with crepe paper. We're gonna glue it to the piñata. And for the rest of the nose, we will need some black and some pink. I'm gonna grab some tissue paper and I will do a nose shape. And then with the pink, I'm gonna fold it in two. And I will do a triangle. And then go back down. I'm gonna have this shape. And now for the final part, we're gonna do the ears. We're gonna grab some cardstock. We're gonna cut the other one. And we're gonna cover it with orange paper. And we finish. This is the final result. So this piñata is ready to ship, so I'm gonna do a custom package for this shipping. I will use some cardstock, recycled cardstock that I have, and yeah, follow me to see how I make my package ready to ship. First, what I like to do is cover all my piñata with tissue paper. It looks cute and also is a way to keep it more protected during the shipping. And then I put the tag here. And this is how it looks. Now I have my package ready. I just need to print the label and send it. So we are here at the Canada Post. I really like this office because they are super nice and they have also printers available. And because I run out of ink, I'm gonna print my labels here and ship this. I just want to say for all my customers, thank you so much. As a small business owner, a sale means a lot to me, and I really enjoy and love making these piñatas for your parties. And thank you so much for your support.